Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. We're so glad you're here tonight. So, we're going to give it just a minute or so and let people pop in. Um, but Carla and I are excited about this one. We think that everyone will find it pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's something that I think it's a good product. We're going to
Hmm.
talk about this product that you can do a lot with this. A lot of products, other products for your store. So I think we're gonna give you a lot of ideas that you can start doing right away and start generating money.
Yep. So, with that, let's see what we got here. Catherine just popped in to say
Hello.
hi to us, and we're
Hi,
saying hi
Michelle.
back. Michelle's here. Yay! So, we are so glad that you guys are here, and then we've got a couple of others on in the Facebook group and all. So I'm trying to watch everything. So y'all bear with us, but we're excited. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. As we know, it's Monday evening.
Small.
Just in case no one knows, we've changed this to Monday evening because it seems that more of the audience, because they're at work during the day when we were doing it before, and they were like, couldn't you just do nighttime? So here we are. So this
So
is a fun subject.
yes, and easy. I think it's easy to do flashcards.
Hmm.
Flashcard frenzy, turbocharge your earnings.
Yep.
And I think flashcards they may seem like easy, but it
But
can.
I think people look at flashcards and go, oh, this is overdone. But it's not
Mhm.
overdone if you uh, put a different spin on it. And that's the, it really can turbocharge your shops. We're going to give you some ideas and some examples, but what we would like for you to do is to sit back and go, if I did it this way, it would really work for my audience because there is no one way, only way. And so we wanted to share the different ways that you could create these. You can do them as printables, or you can do them as a POD product. But POD, you have to
Mhm.
change it up just a little bit. And we're going to
Yes.
talk about that tonight. So, and, everyone recognizes you can do them where you've got an English version and another language, not just Spanish. I'm
Mhm.
sure everyone goes, oh, Spanish is the most popular language. Not really. It's popular, yes, but the number one language online is German. Can you believe it? German.
So we need to start learning some German.
Yes. So it's German. And then it's Polish.
Yeah.
Um, and then I
Mm.
just went blank. What was the other?
Italian.
Italian. Uh,
Mhm.
so French falls somewheres on further down the line. But think about this: if you could design a card and offer it in various languages, yes, I mean it's amazing. I have a friend who everything she does, she creates it in the other languages so that she can sell more. So always be thinking
Mhm.
about that. Even if you don't do the cards, be thinking about how you customize something and you offer it in one language, offer it in other languages. There are not a lot of people servicing in those other languages, and that's where you
Yeah.
make the sales. People are really interested in that. So these you could do a lot of different ways. It could be,
Mhm.
it doesn't necessarily have to be one side, flip it over, and there's the other word. It could be a matching game.
Mhm.
If you use the POD and you did them, if you use Vervante, you can do them in lots of various sizes and you can have the back looking different. If you use T Launch, where you do them as playing cards, then your back is going to be consistent across all of them. But you could offer them as one set with words on them and another set with something else on them.
And I like that, it can be, like you said, like a matching game to start learning a language. Like, I
Mhm.
think, like, hello, hola, different ways to say the same word. I think that would be a good product to start learning a language.
Yeah, and you can do like I said, do them as printables. They don't have to be plain white. We did them plain white on here, so the idea is that your imagination runs wild. You could, add sunshine and flowers and, trees, greenery, just a
Mhm.
basic color, lots of
Yes.
different things. We have lots of designers in here, so you guys just let your minds go wild. So,
Also, math is a big thing. Also, numbers, the names with the numbers and the names, so the kids can practice their number sense. And I think you can make from 1 to 100 or bigger numbers too.
yes. And the other thing is when you're doing these, think about the visualization for a child. Some kids need to learn that visualization. This is what it looks like when I have 20 pieces, five across and
Mhm.
four down, or four across and five down. Do lots of different variations. And they can be any type of thing. You could do a whole series that's just farm animals. You could do a whole series that's just leaves, and a whole series that's just snowflakes. It doesn't, but you can do more than just one. You can change out the images,
Exactly.
different ones to encourage people to buy for every season of the year.
Mm.
So that will
Let me
get
see.
you there. And, you
It
know,
can be, yeah, math problems.
yes. How many of us grew up learning math problems? Think about when you were in college and you were, studying for a class. You had flashcards to help you remember the important pieces. So even though we're talking math, it could be language skills, it could be anatomy. You don't have to
Mhm.
stay in a
Yeah.
children's arena. You could think
Mhm.
about if you are went to nursing school, think about all the flashcards that you created when you were in nursing school to help you remember the different types of blood, the different types of
Yeah.
diseases, the different types of whatever. I've not been a nurse, so I can't tell you what those things are, but you could create a series that's very niche specific. And
Mhm.
that's what flashcards can do for you, is by being niched. Um, I love this one, the dominoes, because this helps kids with recognizing. You could say how many, each one, there's 2 and 3. Well, what does that make? That makes 5. You got 12, you got 9. So it's helping their brain,
Mhm.
um, work faster, because some of them don't like numbers and they don't like images, but they love the dominoes. It
Yeah.
resonates. It's not just kids. Think about as we get older, it's been proven
Mhm.
that as we age, we should do memory games. It helps to keep our brains like any other muscle. It has to be worked. You can't just sit and do nothing, because it will atrophy, just like a muscle in your leg, muscle in your
Mhm.
arm. You have to use it.
Mm. I like that. I like that because we need to study. And flashcards is a great way, to practice and memorize things. And also, I put here, you can put images, like you can practice circles, colors for the kids. There are so many things that you can put on flashcards.
Yeah. And I think the next slide shows putting in the words so that they recognize, so they can play a match game where they have a
Hmm.
circle and then the circle matches the word. You could do many, many variations. Um, I personally like flashcards because I like memory games. I think those are easy ways to teach kids, plus they can become fun ways. I mean,
Uh-huh.
think about it. Go and do some research. I am sure there's an old, old game that was developed in, I think it's 1893, that was about using cards to help to play a game. And I can't remember the name of the game, but there is a game that you use the cards and then you played them like playing cards.
Mm.
And the whole idea was, I know we all know what the memory game is because we have played it zillions of times. If we have children, grandchildren, or just aunts and uncles, you've played it numerous times. But kids never get tired of the memory game. And
No.
even as adults, trying to remember. So when you're thinking about doing the memory and doing these flashcards, think about the holidays.
Mhm.
Turn them into holiday ideas. Turn them into
Halloween.
a party game that you can play for Halloween or a party game that you can play for Christmas. Those are our two big seasons. So be
Mhm.
thinking about ways that you can gamify it. As a big, it's a catchphrase these days. It's called gamify it. So
So start writing. Take notes. Take notes.
we all recognize these, and I know you go, well, we've seen these on other cards and other things. People buy on impulse. And doing them in a pretty way so that they go, "Oh, I really like the way that looks," because maybe they don't like the playing cards that they see. If you set them up to be printables, that they can print them out, I personally like construction paper.
Mhm.
That's my favorite because it's textured. It's not
Yeah.
like using just regular printer paper, which is flimsy. Construction paper has more of a linen type feel to it.
Mhm.
It's a little bit textured, it's a little bit heavier. It runs through a printer just fine, and you can make your cut marks on those. A template for this is, I think there's a template in Design Club, is there not?
For flashcards.
For flashcards. I think there is.
Mm.
I have to
Oh.
research to
Yeah.
figure out which month it was.
Let me. Yeah, I have to check what month we have,
But we'll let you
but.
know. We'll post it in the group.
Mhm. Yeah, but as you said, letters, sounds, the kids can recognize, for example, B with what sound it starts or with what letter begins that word. So there is a lot of games that the kids can play with these cards.
Hmm. So we're
Or
a fan.
B.
We're a fan of these.
Also, side words. The kids are starting learning their side words, and this is a really if they teachers like to use this for the side words to practice side words, and I think it's a good thing to start
But
doing.
think about your customer. If your customer is a millennial, they want to start their children earlier.
Oh yeah.
And so they're a firm believer in let's teach them early. So create for different levels. You could create for that 1 or 2 year old those sight words
Hmm.
that are simple and easy. But then you can get even more difficult for that fourth grader. Even though they've kind of moved out of sight words, they're still
Yeah.
learning and compound words. Compound words are really good for second graders. So do a
Yeah.
little research and find what's out there for for that group. As y'all know, I love the homeschool market. They spend
Hmm.
lots and lots of money, and I like doing these types of things because they will buy them and they will use them. And so I just offer different variations. Never go, oh, well, I'm just going to create one set. No, create
No.
4 or 5 different sets, 4 or 5 different looks. Make
Yeah.
some of them that look very much like a boy, some of them that look very much like a girl, and then make sure you have a set that's neutral because you'll have those moms who, maybe have boys and girls, or they just want neutral. They don't want it um,
Yeah.
too foo-foo or too not foo-foo. So I don't know, a good boy word, foo-foo says it all.
Yeah. Exactly. But I was thinking also it can be a game for example, synonyms.
Oh, yes.
They can find the words that are, or antonyms also. That can be a game for the homeschool market to practice those words
Didn't
or,
even think of synonym.
yeah,
Synonym.
synonyms.
Thank you. It's late. It's like I have a Gracie Allen, and anyone who's old enough will know what I'm talking about. Um, so yeah. Anyway, but there's lots of variations as you can see. I mean, we're going through this and Carla's going, "Oh, we could do this." But then there's always the farm animals.
Mhm.
You know, how many kids, they're practicing what there's a YouTube videos that my grandson's real into, and she's called Miss Rachel, and she goes through all the different animals in the farm making the sound, but also think about the other thing, sign language. That's another language.
Mm.
It
Yes.
just popped in my head because he's what, 14, 15 months old now. And he is really getting in sign language. He knows what more is, and he knows to
Mm.
eat,
Yeah.
and and farmer. Um, so think about doing sign language for the letters and for common words. Common words
Mm.
that you don't have to have movement, but that you know, have a specific thing. So sign language
Yeah.
is another one that you could definitely do.
But also we can do not only the farm animals, we have the zoo animals with their image, the name, and that can be another set, a different set.
Exactly, and you can get your images from Creative Fabrica, or you can use some of the royalty-free images that are
Mhm.
out there. Make sure, though, as always, make sure you read your terms to make sure you can use it for commercial use. So,
This is for flowers and plants. We were thinking that also this can be maybe for adults that like to know about plants or have information about flowers, a little bit more information and know about them.
this
So
is
this can
this
be a series too.
this is a good series because this is a market that a lot of people don't think about. But I sell a good many books for this market is for people who have dementia or Alzheimer's. As
Mm.
you know, it's like there's a misfire in their brain, but
Yeah.
certain things will bring them back, and images is proven to be one of the biggest things that bring them back. They might not recognize anything else, but their favorite flower they might. And for a family member to have that moment where they're back in the here and now
Mhm.
means an awful lot. And I think that's the reason the notebook just really broke my heart, is because she was in and out so much. But
Mhm.
think about for adults, and think about I grew up having a garden with my grandmother. So you could do it at two levels. You could do it for a child to show
Mhm.
them how to plant and what to expect for the different plants, and for the adult, what to get with the different flowers.
Exactly. So they
So
can have the information there or how to take care of the plants. It can be another idea.
it could be another
Uh,
idea. Or taking care of a pet. Think
oh,
about
yeah.
the children who are learning to take care of a pet. Or think about there's one person in our group who has a
Mhm.
parrot. And there's a lot that goes in. You just don't open up the cage and say, "Here we are." I mean, these guys live 70 and 80 years, and they play games. So the parrot market is a huge market
Mhm.
because you have to entertain their brain. Otherwise, they become destructive. Sounds like a 3-year-old, right? So
Yeah.
you develop things. So they love cards. They're smart enough. They're very
Yeah.
smart. And when you tell them pick the red flower, they will point, or they will tap their beak on the red
Mhm.
flower or they flip the coin. So see, it's a very big market out there.
It is. You know what, Don? I was looking at some TikToks about parrots, and
Yes.
then I started like really, I got obsessed, like watching. It's amazing how they can talk. Like I don't, they are answering.
Uh,
So I want one parrot. It's amazing how
yep,
they can.
they
Yeah.
are extremely smart. You have to keep their brain engaged, which is like a 3-year-old. So this product works really well for that market. So it's not just homeschool. So we're telling you 2 markets that you could go after, 3 really. You could go after the traditional, you could go after the homeschool, you could go after the parrot market. And I suspect people who raise monkeys, those little bitty spider type monkeys, I
Mm.
suspect they have the same issues that they need products to um, engage the brain of the monkey as well. So
No.
be thinking about these other markets that are
Mhm.
out there. But then you've got the child who's learning to take care of a dog. What do these different things make? Or for a cat, they're learning how to take care of cats. You could create a whole product line with all the things we've been sharing lately. So,
Yeah, yeah, no, I think it has a lot of possibilities. Also, as you said, like also the holidays are coming, so you can also make that your flashcards based on that about the
or
holidays.
based on the holidays or on
Hmm.
different traditions for different um, types of holidays because Hanukkah is a totally another type of traditions than what
Hmm.
you have in the Christian religion, and that's in the Catholic religion is a little bit different. So you've got Catholic, and you've got Baptists and Methodists. Some of them are the same, some of them are different, and so you could create an entire series. You just need to sit down and kind of work through it all to figure out what you want to offer.
So let me see. Okay, I
And
think
we're
that's.
to the Q&A. So does anyone have any questions, any ideas, or do you have an idea and you go, "Can I make this work?" We are here to help you out.
Yeah, I think the flashcards, there is, as we saw, there is a lot of potential.
Mhm.
uh as you say, I like the idea of the series, like, or a topic, or choose a topic, choose a market, maybe the homeschooling, maybe the yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Michelle says it's very straightforward. It
Yeah,
really is.
it
It's
is.
just a matter of sitting down with pen and paper.
Mhm.
I'm a pen and paper kinda gal. I don't
Me too.
I do the spreadsheets after I've worked the whole idea out. But until then, it's pen and paper so that I
Yeah.
can kinda sketch out where I see it going, and it has to kinda go this way because it follows a route. So it's like
Yeah, me too. My
putting the
two.
road
First, I
map out.
do like my brainstorming on paper, and then I start putting it on my computer,
Yep.
so I don't lose it.
Yeah.
Because papers, they so that can be an idea. The main idea, flashcards. Where is the market I can start working on, and then
Mhm.
write your ideas and start making them. I mean, people are looking for flashcards.
They truly are, and if you know about a topic, then I suggest, especially like if you're a nurse or you've been to nursing school or you've been to agricultural, say you've done that, or like I can remember the stack of cards. My daughter-in-law is a speech therapist. She would
Mhm.
bring a stack of cards like this tall over to be grilled on all the different terms.
Mhm.
Terms have a lot of meaning, and that's a lot of writing if you have to create it. But if you create these and they don't have to write them, that they can just get them and they're ready to be grilled on. So think about it. If you have something that you are very knowledgeable about, make a set of flashcards and put it up. Try to stay in your niche. If you're doing an Etsy store, you can't go all over the place. You got to keep your Etsy stores niched, you
Yeah.
know, but you definitely can create some pieces to go.
Or it can be part of a package.
Part of a package, yes.
Hmm.
So, so
Oh.
here we are. It's your turn, Carla. This
Yes, yes. Well, the next week I'm on vacation, so we are not having the weekly golden nuggets, but we'll be back next week with more
Yep,
ideas to share. Just next week it's gonna be kind of difficult to
yeah.
do golden nuggets, but we'll be back. We'll be
On
back with more topics to help
August
you.
August the 7th, we will be back on August the 7th. So,
August the 7th, we'll be
yep,
here again with more ideas, more things to share with you to help you in your journey. But please join us on our Facebook group, our free Facebook group, the
yes.
Printables Design Club. And so, because the group is growing, it's growing fast.
The group is growing, absolutely. I just sent somebody over to to our YouTube group because she's wanting to catch up on some of the past ones. So if you are watching the replay of this and you're going, "Well, what else have you talked about?" Go check out the YouTube channel. It's Printables with an S Design Club over on YouTube. Even if you don't write this all down, just go to YouTube and then type
Mhm.
in the search bar Printables Design Club, and you will see the logo and all of that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe because it's a really good way for you to be able to be here in StreamYard with us on every Monday night. So, but it's a good way to catch up on some of the past ones that we've done. I think the majority of them are over there now, right, Carla?
Mhm. Yes. Hmm.
So, but you will find out, as I did today, they are not necessarily in sequential order. So it kind of
Oh,
jumps around. I don't
okay.
think YouTube uploads so that like the ones from the week before and the week before and the week
Mm,
before, they didn't come in that way. They're just kind of scattered. So just go in there, look at the topic. You'll see
okay.
the title. It's pretty well tells you what it's
Hmm.
going to be about.
Yes.
And check us out and follow. Make sure you follow though, so that you can see all the ones that come up. So, does anyone have any other questions or any comments? Oh, forgot about this. If you're struggling and you cannot figure out what you want to design or you want to make life easier, then definitely join printabledesignclub.com. It's our monthly membership. You'll get designs every month,
Hmm.
and you get them in early enough. So, and by that I mean, if you were designing for December, you would have already gotten December's images, so that you could be designing now to be ready when Q4 gets here.
Hmm.
Um, we are we're huge fans of Printable Design Club, obviously, but I do use it in creating the products that I sell in my Etsy shops. So it's a very affordable way. If you look at other people's stuff, it's much more expensive. This is a great way. Just log in and take a look. We have some specials going on, which you will see there. And just check it out. So with that, um, do we have any more questions? Any comments? Any Could y'all research this? I'd like to find out more about this.
Yeah.
If
Let's.
you I'm gonna throw this out, one last thing,
Uh-huh.
because
Okay.
I have been hit with this a couple of times. If you are looking at TikTok and you are interested in learning how are they having TikTok stores? on there, you need to come and join us, the No BS e-commerce
Mhm.
club.
Club.
Yeah,
Mhm.
had to think about what it's called. You need to come and join that. Fernando's going to be teaching a class on that, on how to get
Yeah.
set up, and you don't have to have 1,000 followers. You don't. There's a
Mhm.
lot of things that you think you have to have that you don't have to have,
Mhm.
and he's going to cover all of that next month. I've been
Mhm.
asked what date, and I cannot remember. But if just come and join it, and if you're not sure, drop me a note and let me send you a link for it. Um, but we're real excited about that because I think it's going to be a real big changer in
Yes.
the commerce for a lot of people who are on tonight and who
Mhm.
um, may be watching this on a replay and going, well, I really want to have a store, but I really don't know what. Come and join us and let us show you all the ways to add more income because that's what this is about. How
This
many
is what it's about.
how many
Add more
ways
more income streams.
more income streams for 2023 so that when 2024 starts, you're going, okay, so let's turbocharge this month. So any more comments? Now I've done all my sales presentations. I've given you all the information that I know of, and we are here. So we're going to say, Carla, have a great vacation.
Thank you very
Enjoy.
much. I let you know, guys, how it was.
Going to the Midwest.
Mhm. For
So
the first time.
for the first time. Yeah. So it'll be interesting out where
Yes. Okay, I'll share some
buffalo
pictures.
out where the buffalo roam. So,
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you,
alrighty. Thank
everybody.
y'all for being here tonight, and drop us a note for anything that you have questions about. Have a good night, guys.